Hey guys, so a couple days ago, Foodie started talking about all of the plans that she had for Canada when she got there. Um, and one of the things that she has started talking about is the need for a mobility scooter. Um, and I was really kind of shocked that she was saying that she needed the use of a scooter, because we saw her out on the loose in the, you know, wild scenery of the Assyrian countryside when she took us to the creek for that hike. And we also watched her, make her way through those ancient ruins as historian Foodie. And, she waddled a little. She struggled a little here and there. We moved slower than everybody else, but we were moving. Um, And so I was really wondering what has happened within the last month and a half to make it so that we would need a mobility scooter. I got thinking about, when I lost my mobility after my stroke, how, serious I took it getting my mobility back because I knew how important mobility is. Um, I thought back over watching my grandparents slowly lose their mobility and my father, and that this is really just a downhill slide and this is so serious. And I'm not sure that she fully understands the danger she's putting herself in here. And then I got thinking, why should I be so concerned about her mobility when she isn't? Why should it upset me more than her? So I thought, let's go back, let's look at the scooter one more time. Let's see if maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am missing how great this could be. So I went back over to her community tab post where it says, Meet the new Beeze mobile. I will be getting a scooter when I return to Canada so I can go to the store and go longer distances. We can ride to Timmy's together. Well, okay, that's great. So it's to get us longer distances, it's to create more content. This is amazing. More than once in live stream since she has posted this, she has said this is the exact model she wants, exact brand. She may have to go up in weight class, but really, that's not an issue. This is the one we want. So I started trying to do some research on it, because one of the things that I noticed, it seems to have a very narrow wheelbase. Um, and, things that have a very narrow wheelbase, as it starts to get top heavy, you run a greater chance of things tipping over. Um, so I started wondering, is this a rollover hazard? Do we need to get her, a racing seat for it with the 5-point harness and, the helmet with the matching racing outfit just so that we're sure she's protected? So I started doing a little bit of research, and in the process of it, I found this. Guys, look at this beast of a machine. First of all, I want everybody to, pay attention. This is an average sized adult. And even them standing next to this makes it look small, maybe a little flimsy. It definitely does not look sturdy enough for our girl. Now, this model that we are looking at right now, this one is the 300-pound capacity. And she's already said that she may have to go up in size a little bit. But from what I've seen from all the other models, they're all basically this. There's just slight differences when it comes to the battery, the motor, that kind of stuff. And so I kept looking. I wanted to find the exact specifications of, height, width, depth, all of those things. Um, because, I'm naturally curious. Well, in the process of that, I scrolled down here and I actually found out that I can go straight to their website. So I did. And in the process of going to their website, I found the user manual for the machine she wants. So first of all, what I have found out is that this machine comes completely disassembled. You are supposed to take it to a certified licensed dealer near you, and they are supposed to measure you and watch you do different motions so that they can best assemble your mobility scooter for you to make it as safe as possible. Once I figured that out, it dawned on me this may end up being some of the best content we never knew that we needed. And it turns out I might be right. So I have in front of me the user's manual, and we're going to discuss a couple of things. Um, One of the first things that I wanted to talk about is she's wanting to get on this and travel. She said, it goes for this many miles, it travels for this many hours, all of these different things, which is great until you start getting into the specifics of this machine. And the first place that it popped up that I started noticing an issue is when it comes to the section on climbing hills. It says the scooter has been tested to climb an incline of no more than 8 degrees with a maximum user weight of up to 300 pounds. Now, she may have to go up in size, which might change the weight, but it will not change the angle that it can go up an incline. Do not attempt to climb inclines greater than this. Always reduce your speed when reversing on slopes. Do not attempt to reverse down hills in excess of 8 degrees. Do not attempt to drive with the wheels at different levels, i.e. along the footpath and road simultaneously. And this is what caught my interest. Hill climbing capability and the distance traveled between battery charges will be adversely affected by things such as the weight of the user, the use and weight of accessories, the terrain, i.e. grass, gravel, the steepness of the hill, the level of the charge and the age of the battery, and extreme temperatures. So even it just being a little too hot, a little too cold is going to cause issues. So then when you get down here to crossing roads, because it even gives you like instructions on how to steer. It tells you to think calmly and logically when you are steering, which we know how this is going to turn out. Crossing roads. Your scooter is not capable of mounting and dismounting curbs and other obstacles in excess of 45 millimeters. Remember, before crossing the road, to drive forward and position the scooter at a 90-degree angle to the road, stopping about 30 to 60 centimeters away from the edge of the footpath. Check that it is clear to cross. Select a medium to high speed setting, and when safe to do so, drive across without stopping. Please note, heavier users are going to require much higher speed settings. So she thinks that she's going to be out here and just tootling across the road. She doesn't realize that just with her weight, she's going to have it up on the highest settings. And even then, we're going to be moving along just like as if we're at an average speed. Guys, this is like getting a scooter and them saying it goes from a mile an hour to 20 miles an hour. And that's great if you're within the limits, as if it's all put together properly, if it's charged properly, and you get on there and you jump on and you're 50 pounds overweight, it hasn't been put together properly, and you get on there and you hit 20 and you're still just cruising at 2 miles an hour. Like, the more I read this, the better and better and better it got. I can just imagine this stuff happening in my head. Turning corners. Always reduce your speed when turning corners. Disregard of this advice could lead to your scooter tipping over. The anti-devices fitted to the scooter must not be removed. A lower speed setting is also recommended when traveling downhill or in reverse. Okay, so here's the thing though. Foodie has already said that she's going to have to remove the handles from the scooter, which is fine because she's wider. She's gonna go over the sides. When I looked up the specifications for one of these scooters, it said that the chair was it's just a little over 2 feet wide. I mean, that's a lot. And if you're turning, if you lean with it, we could very easily have rollover accidents constantly. Um, this is one of my favorite parts. She is wanting to get this scooter so that she can live stream and take us on outings with her, correct? Okay, so it says use of mobile phones. Mobile phones or two-way radio devices must not be used while operating this vehicle. Use of mobile phones or two-way radios can cause excessively strong electromagnetic fields that may interfere with this vehicle's electronic systems. If mobile phones or mobile radios are required to be used, bring the vehicle to a complete stop and turn off the scooter's power source before such devices are used. It works off of the same frequencies that our cell phones do and walkie-talkies and handheld radios do, which means it can mess with it if it's in too close a proximity. So if she has her handlebars here like this, and she gets some little thing for her to stick her phone so that we can, ride with her and talk to her, it's going to be right up where all of that stuff is, and it can mess with it. It can short circuit her machine. It can make it go haywire. It can make it uncontrollable. Guys, I cannot even begin. Oh. Okay. So we get down farther and it talks about the range of your vehicle, correct? Because she's talking about, oh, I could ride this to a mall. We could go shopping. I could spend hours in the mall and we could just beeze, guys, and we could go through drive-throughs and do all of this stuff. Well, when it gets to range of the vehicle, it says, most manufacturers of mobility products state the range of their vehicles either in the sales information or within the owner's manual. The range stated sometimes differs from manufacturer to manufacturer, even though the battery size is the same. The range figures should be seen as a theoretical maximum and could be reduced if any single or combination of the following circumstances occurs. Number one, user's weight or weight with accessories is heavier than 300 pounds, because for this model, it's the 300-pound model. Batteries whose age and condition are less than perfect. The terrain is difficult or unsuitable, i.e. very hilly, sloping, muddy, gravel, grass, snow, ice, rain. And I was like, how bad can the terrain be? Number 4, even thick carpets within a home can affect range as well. Number 5, the ambient temperature is very hot or very cold. Number 6, damage occurs to one or more tires. And number 7, lots of starts and stops when driving your scooter. Okay, so what this means is, she says it has like a 12-mile range, something like that. And she is going based off of that. 12 miles, it's got to be 12 miles. So we ride 5 miles. We stop at a drive-through on the way. We then have to stop at all the cross streets, traffic lights, all of that stuff. We are already putting a strain on the battery because we are fairly well pushing the weight limit if we are not over it. She says she only needs to lose 10 pounds based on what the law says. She needs to lose a lot more than that. We then get to the mall and we are stopping at every single rack and going and then stopping and then going and then stopping and going. She is thinking no matter what, it is a 12-mile limit. Not that that is a guesstimate and not that that is based on battery life. I am so ready for her to get the scooter. And I am ready for her phone to mess with the battery and cause it to freak out. I am ready for her to be halfway home on a 5-mile ride back from a mall where she has spent so many hours shopping, and the scooter to die. And for us to then watch her on a live stream try to either push or pull the scooter all the way home. Like, I absolutely cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch her try to put this thing together. And the other thing that I'm waiting for her to realize eventually is that she was talking about how it's so great, guys. Once I get a vehicle, I can just throw it in the vehicle and I can take it with me to the store and it won't be such a big deal. And we can spend more time shopping and more time doing things and we can go for long walks together. And the scooter does not fold. You actually have to take it apart every time that you want to pick it up and put it into your trunk. Like the headache that the scooter is going to be, the messes that it can get her into. If you weigh too much and the battery is not strong enough and you're trying to go up a slope, it says that it will start to do emergency rollbacks on its own and start slowly rolling you back down the hill so you can't go up. The amount of comedic entertainment this could give us and the karma that would come with getting this scooter. She thinks that this is going to make her life so much easier. It's going to be so amazing. She's going to do so much more. I think the scooter is going to end up being nothing more than a headache for her and nothing but and create nothing but laughter for us. Like I am already picturing it in my head, her trying to drag home the scooter on her own from the mall, from Burger King, wherever. Like, this may be one of the best things that she has ever done for this side of the community when it comes to entertainment. I I was really concerned and I was worried about this. This may actually end up getting her more exercise than she ever bargained for. Because that scooter on its own, after she's weighed it down with whatever crap she's bought, the 300-pound model is 88 pounds, which means she will be lugging home almost an extra 100 pounds from wherever it strands her. If she even does that, she might just leave it on the side of the road at that point. I don't know. But I can tell you, I am here for it. I am here to watch her be her own demise. Um, and I'm going to laugh the entire way, especially now that I've read the user manual and realized that everything that she wants to do with the scooter, um, it's really not meant to do. And it's waste your money, cutie. Let your beezers waste their money. I am here for it, and I am going to laugh the entire way. Um, Thank you for listening to me ramble about a user manual. I know this is probably not the mobility scooter coverage you thought you were going to get, but I thought it was amazing and I was dying laughing. Um, Let me know in the comments below what other situations you think she might get herself into with the scooter. Because I don't think this is going to go quite the way that she hopes it does. So, but with that being said, I'm going to remind you guys that I need you to be good, behave yourselves, but if you can't, at least make me proud and do it right, and then post it online after so we can talk about it later. Bye, guys.